And we're live.
Woohoo!
Woo!
How exciting!
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We have a brand new platform
Yes,
that I set up about 30 minutes ago. So
excellent. And genius. And I really love how you have the bookkeeping buds in the corner there. They're our sponsors.
yeah, I was trying to get a couple more spots, but that's the best I could do right now.
Right. Well, at least
So
it's there. So Bookkeeping Buds is our sponsor for this broadcast. We are
yep.
big fans of Bookkeeping Buds. We
So
got
I'm
to
just
need to give us like a little blurb. It's a group of bookkeepers who get together and support each other in our quest to become rich. I just love my buds. It's better as a bud.
always better as a bud. I'm really enjoying the group. I'm a newer member, mainly because Deb drug me into it.
Made her do
Said you
it.
got to join, and I'm like, so I joined, and oh my gosh,
And
it's a
Donna's
wonderful
Donna's
community.
not a joiner, so
Yeah, no, I'm
did
not.
it at my request, and that she's glad she did. So, told you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we had so we saw a lot of buds at the. We were going to talk about QuickBooks Connect. We just returned from QuickBooks Connect. I got back on Thursday night, and what did you? And of course, I had to fly across the country, and you had to what? Take half hour to get home.
It was 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
An hour if we had to go like all through the, baggage claim and everything. Plus I was in a boot, so they would give me like rides to
Did you get early
the
on?
bag.
Did you get like
Oh yeah, I did the whole thing. You know what? I've been flying for years. I've never done that before, so what the heck? Why not?
Hal?
Right?
Hal goes up now, and he says that he's old.
Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that, believe me. I was not the only one there.
I don't do it. He goes on first, and I
Yeah.
stand back with the herd. So so he gets on and he saves me a seat.
So we flew Southwest, so it feels a bit like hurting, at least right now.
That's and then coming back, there was a dog. He had a seatmate of a dog.
Oh.
Like, he leans over because we get two aisles and he goes, "Can you believe there's a dog sitting next to me?"
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Well, one has to go to the restroom. Take it."
Yeah.
And October 31st, I don't know if you knew this, it was free drink day on Southwest.
Oh, it was?
There are 4 days that are free drinks. Halloween, the birthday of Southwest, I think Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, well, for in our case, they don't serve drinks because we only have a 40-minute flight.
So you get a free drink of
So,
alcohol. But unfortunately, we ordered one the first time because we don't drink, but we like the little bottles. And we got the little bottle. The next two times, they wanted to put it in the drink. It's like, ugh.
oh no, no,
So
no, no.
we only got one free bottle to take home. But that was okay. It was kind of fun.
So like they threw a snack at us and they're like, "Oh, no time for drinks. We're too bouncy or whatever it was." So,
Yeah, we had two stops coming home. We stopped in Houston, and then we had to stop in Birmingham. Oh, jeez. And of course, our flight left at 5:10 a.m., which meant our driver, we left at 3:30, and then I left my Yeti cups yeah, I left my Yeti cups down. So I'm so disappointed. I left my Yeti cups in Las Vegas. So somebody has my QuickBooks Yeti cups.
oh,
One was a coffee cup and one was the cooler. I still have some of the water bottles, but not the cup. I'll have to buy another one. I looked on eBay,
uh,
Amazon, like $30. But anyway, but I had a great time at I loved QuickBooks. Intuit Connect.
Intuit Connect. We gotta get the branding right. Intuit Connect. Yes, I had a wonder. I think that was the best conference I'd have been to for
Oh,
them.
really? Everybody said there was a
Yeah.
different feel to it. I
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I don't know. I'm oblivious to that kind of stuff. But they did invite. They were really focusing on the mid market, which I asked them
Mm-hmm.
in one of our YouTube lives, and Don and I did YouTube live throughout the whole thing. And so we stopped at the Intuit booth, and they were talking. Oh, yes, we're going into the mid market. I said, define mid market. Well, we really don't know what that is.
Yeah. They don't know what it is.
What it is?
Every
Okay, well,
every
you don't know. I don't know. You know, because they're really promoting this enterprise product that they're going out, which looks pretty good so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really limited. So, like, the part that they showed me on the demo was about the intercompany transactions, which was really cool.
Right.
But nevertheless, it sits on top of QuickBooks Online, so it doesn't fix the problems we have that traditional mid market would have with inventory, which is a
Yeah.
big
Still
deal.
doesn't
It
really.
doesn't change any of the underlying issues with QuickBooks Online, except for that intercompany thing, which is super cool. And you could have multiple companies in this suite, which is super cool because I've run across that many times. So I thought that part was really
Right.
cool. For the future, they built this base. Now they can build it out, I think.
Right. I think they're
And
going after the NetSuites, the Sages,
yeah.
the Intact, all of the bigger companies, which I get. And I kept asking him, did you forget the little guys? What about us, the little guys? Oh no, we didn't forget about you. Well, I said, well, it feels like it though.
Yeah. That did come up a few times.
And they did admit that they made a mistake in their invitation method.
Yeah, I think they'll improve that next year.
Get better.
I hope so. I hope they improve it. And traditionally they're not the best at communicating, like ever.
Well,
So
I think traditionally, and I'm picking on him a little bit. And I'm a big fan though, is that you have the marketing people. The marketing people are clueless. I mean, I remember when I worked in a big law firm, and the marketing people wanted the Christmas cards to go out to all of the. It was in a law firm, to all the customers. So they wanted the secretaries to type the addresses on labels. And I'm going by one of my secretary friends, and I said, "What are you doing?" "I'm typing the ad." I said, "Don't you have it in a database? It's in Outlook. I can export it and do a mail merge." I mean, I got in such trouble for that. I'd say, "Why? What? So what? If it gets on the label, I mean, it takes 2 seconds versus 2 weeks." But they wanted to have it typed, and I'm like, "Oh God." I mean, you know, right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
yeah, that it is what it is with them, and their messaging sometimes is like, what are you saying? I don't think you thought about it, or they're just disconnected from
Right,
they're so disconnected,
right.
and different people are disconnected, and then legal gets involved in the whole thing and
Oh
messes
well,
it
and
up.
then we had a run in with the legal. That was fun. Talk
Yeah,
about
that
that,
was
Donna.
which one do you want to talk about?
No, we had two issues.
We
Well,
had two.
let's, I'll tell you,
So
we did. We live streamed during the conference, which was a lot of fun. And before we started, we would always, we're on live. Do you want to be interviewed? And they'd say, yeah. So we interviewed a lot of the vendors, and we stopped at one of the vendor booths and asked them, was Right Works now they keep.
yeah, I think it's right works. Yeah.
And I've been using them for a long time. And so I was asking them questions. And James, Donna's son, is our producer, and he's standing behind there. And this lady is tapping on his shoulder, tap, 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 tap. And she goes, you can't do this. You can't do this. You have to run it through legal. You have to get through PR approval. I'm like, what? We're talking to a vendor. So they wanted us to take it down and get permission. And I'm like, holy smokes, we just talked about how great your product is. So anyway, they did watch it, right, Donna? And they called the legal department called Donna at the conference and said, oh, we really liked it. It was very good.
Yeah, yeah. So what happened was, okay, so I talked to when we cut the stream and we went off, and I talked to legal and I said, hey, just take a look at it. I think we promoted you guys well. So about an hour later, James and I are walking back through, and they stopped us and said, yeah, we're good, we're okay. So I had talked to their lawyers on a speakerphone in the middle of the conference to get everything, but it all worked out fine. They liked it. They have our contact. We'll probably do something with them later because they really liked it. They actually really liked it after we got done.
And
And we have their permission on video because I went back and looked at the stream. I'm like, all right, he gave permission on video, so we're good.
it was the vendor. Beth's here. Beth and Jeff had joined us. Welcome. It was the legal at the vendor.
Yep.
Intuit
It was
loved,
there like,
Intuit loved our live streams.
yeah, yeah, Intuit was on a lot of our live streams. We
Yeah,
did a lot with all the people there. They loved it. They were okay. I kept checking to make sure, are we okay? And they were like, yep, your guys are good. Go ahead, go up, do everything. Do
right.
whatever you want. You're good. So I kept checking because we did have another run in with
That, well, I mean,
You want to talk about your run-in?
Well, the first morning, my this famous thing that has taken off is Hal and the towel. I mean, that's just gone nuts. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to take the towel down like he's going to the conference, and then so anyway, we went down at 6 o'clock in the morning before anybody was there that first morning, and I set up the shot, and he put the towel around, whipped off his shirt, and he put on my badge backwards so he couldn't read the name, and he says, "Hello, everybody," with this underneath the Intuit sign. It literally took 10 seconds. Well, apparently security called into it. And so Kim Aspel comes up to me and she goes, I need to talk to you. Okay, what? Is he going to be walking around the conference in that towel? They're not going to like that. I go, he's not even registered. So anyway, the whisper down the lane effect, which Nancy McClellan, somebody called it the refrigerator. No, it's whisper down the lane, but we kind of jokingly call it refrigerator. And one of Jessica McCracken comes up to me on the third day of the conference and she goes, I heard Hal got arrested. I go, he did? What for? So turns out, people were talking about it the whole time, and got whispered down the lane got refrigerator down to he got arrested. It was only that one thing, and then we did the one when he was sitting at the casino floor doing the slot machines in the town. But apparently everybody talked to me about Hal in the Towel at the conference. Where's Hal in the Towel? Where's Hal in the Towel? So we're going to do something, with that. Oh, but let's sign up for Pilates. Good for you, Beth. Let me know how you like it. Are you going to go to Club Pilates? I love it. You're going to love it. You can exercise with your eyes closed. It's not easy, but you get better at it. That's great. Let me know how it goes. But
nice.
But we missed you too at Connect. But anyway, you come next year.
Yep. Make sure you guys are there next year. It is a lot of fun there. You see a lot of really cool people. You learn. I think it was the best one I'd ever been to. Because I don't know, I just felt more connection at that one than anything else than I'd ever been to in any of them. So it was just fun. I just had fun and I got to meet more people and dive deeper into things and learn more. So when we talked to Carlos Garcia was featured on one of ours, I learned more about what he does. It's really cool. He gave me a free book too that was signed. So
Yeah.
I was all excited. It was our last one. We learned more about what else did I learn more about?
I thought one of the best
Yeah.
streams we did was the educator that started the new education for the pro advisor.
Oh yes, yeah. That was yeah.
I was excited to hear about that. She was from England. She had a very nice accent.
And I wish I remember her name. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah,
she explained it. Yes, really well.
I think that's going to be exciting. The new Pro Advisor Academy that they have with the bookkeeping and and then the certification 1, 2, and I think that's going to be.
And now they can up level, so they're planning to up level that to 3 and 4 and specialties and all. She explained all of it, so I encourage you to go back and look at that stream that we did.
Right.
But she explained how they can up level everything, go into specialties, and provide a lot more training. And all of this training is for free.
I know.
So, oh my gosh, I mean, it's available to us for free, so it's really cool.
Jeff asked if the testing's proctored. I don't think so. I think it's the same as it was before.
Yeah, actually the one that is proctored is that bookkeeper one. That
now,
bookkeeper.
What does that mean, proctored? What is that? I don't know what that means.
Oh, that means where you sign in to a testing kind of center, and then it comes in on your screen, and you have to have your eyes looking. I haven't done one in a very, very long time, but your eyes have to be looking at the screen. You can't open other screens. It's very good technology now on what they do. Yeah, someone's watching you take it. Beth Ann said that. Yes, someone's watching you take it. I mean, the old days you would go to the testing centers and do it that way.
Yeah.
Or like when you had to go take the CPA exam, you're in a room, but people are walking around, or like the bar exam and all that stuff. People are walking around. Same idea, just with tech now. And your eyes have to be focused. So if you're someone like me who is a little bit ADHD and I'm looking around all the time, you get dinged a lot. So you have to be really focused.
Well, I think it's great that they're teaching bookkeeping, the basics of the whole profession where, because I think that's missing. people think they can sign up as a QuickBooks Online accountant and all of a sudden open up a bookkeeping practice. And we said that, oh, Beth Ann said, my friend said, if you moved your eyes, it yelled at her.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's great that they're taking that step because, we are not regulated at all. I mean, if my hairdresser has to pass a license, has a license.
Yes. Yes.
But we can get into somebody's finances and have no education on. We see. I mean, I know those of you watching read the Facebook posts about people that ask questions that feels like, oh my god, And there's education out there to be had. But I mean, they think that I can write a check, I can start my own accounting practice. No,
No, you got to know a few things. I mean, you can start there, but you can't take on clients that have manufacturing issues and all you know is how to do is
I
write a
saw that
check.
somebody posted on Facebook they got a new client and they're into inventory and all that. I'm thinking, and you're brand new at this?
Yeah, it gets a little dicey when you get into that stuff. So you got to learn. You can step your way up. You can start with simple and step your way up, but you
Right.
have to be constantly learning. I mean, I'm constantly learning.
Yeah.
I'm doing a month of learning right now on a bunch of new stuff that I want to learn, and
Well, I
it's
tell you that
constant.
one of the apps I saw there that I really want to get into is Katana, and they do inventory.
Yes, that's one into my monthly. They do inventory. I think they're one of the best ones out there. We
Right.
talked to them. They're on one of our live streams too.
Yeah. So
On those streams, I'm breaking them out so that I put in everyone, but they are in there too. They do a really great job with inventory. I looked at them a while ago for a particular client I was thinking about taking on. Turns out it didn't work out, but I still think their inventory is top
right.
notch.
And they do manufacturing, and
Yeah.
I think, and it's a piece of the industry, the accounting industry that very few people really focus on. So if you get good at that, you can really command your own price and be an expert. So I'm excited to delve into that app, and it connects with QuickBooks Online, which
Oh yeah.
it's great, you know, which is fabulous. And any
Yeah. So
apps
I'm
that
interested in learning more about it
but
too.
I tell you,
So,
the most fun booth we were at though all the time was Right Tool.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
They were, of course, we loved them. So
and
we
then,
were there a lot. I learned more about Right Tool. So that was nice.
yeah, we had
I'm always learning
Right
something.
Tool. Then Hector and Carlos had a really nice dinner for us one night that was fabulous. That
Yes.
was on
That
Monday
was,
night. We had a little noisy, but so what? That was fabulous.
it's,
I don't know
it's
how many people.
Vegas.
Yeah,
It's Vegas. So it's
people
noisy,
get
but it was
dessert
nice.
to die for.
Yeah.
But that was a really nice dinner. Of course, the whole thing kicked off with our Buds breakfast, which to me was always the great kickoff to the conference. As the Buds get together. Cindy has a nice breakfast for us, and we had it at the Cosmopolitan this year. She invited some guests, and it was just fun to see everybody. We're all excited to get started, and I always that's one of my favorite things is the Buds breakfast the morning of the first day of the conference.
Yeah, and a big thank you. She allowed my son to go because he's not a bud, of course, but she allowed guests, so that was a big thank you to let him go. And then want to tell what happened at the breakfast? Who
Yeah,
won the prizes?
they had to raffle two drawings. Guess who won? Me and Donna.
Yep.
Was not rigged. Was not a
Nope.
rigged election.
Nope. Other people pulled the names. Nope. So that was fun. So
That was
we
kind
both
of
won
fun.
that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
The food was great, and
Oh yeah, that was the best. I think that was the best food of all of it was that breakfast.
yeah. And then Hector's thing was Monday night. And then Tuesday night, I went to Katana invited me to dinner Tuesday night, and that was at the Carnivale restaurant or Cathedral restaurant. I don't know. It was pretty good, and I sat next to Bethany Brown, and we chatted a while. And across from Beverly Lang, and I met the Katana people. It was great, and some of the Method people were there too. So that was fun. And then Wednesday night, we ate at the snack bar. We ate at the snack bar. I had a hamburger, no cheese, no fries, no steak. Al had a corned beef sandwich with a drink. It was $57.
I know. So we ate at Posh Burger like 2 nights. Then we're from like no more burgers.
Yeah,
So
and
we
that was
found
by
out.
$100.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that got, I mean, I tried to get food where we could. But I was in a boot, so for my ankle, so I was hobbling around a bit. So I didn't do much at night. We usually went to the room, so like 7 o'clock ish, I was like passing out. Plus, it was the World Series, so I was watching
Oh
the
yeah,
games.
the Dodgers won the World Series, so Don was
Yep,
very happy.
yeah, that was they won it. That was Wednesday night. That was the last night, and they won it, and I fell asleep. It was like 8:30.
And well,
So,
then Anchor had their own reception room when you got there on Sunday. Anchor had a limo to pick us up, and we went. Went to the Anchor VIP suite, and they had a nice layout of snacks and food and everything. And then the last day, they had you can go back to the suite, and they had a charcuterie board. Oh my gosh, I love charcuterie boards.
oh, was it good? I love
Oh,
those things too.
so I
Darn, I missed that one.
there,
But
Melissa was there, and Megan Tarno was there, and all my buds.
yeah, and the one thing Anchor really stepped up this year, at least in my head, because one, I was in a boot, so I got like a limo ride from the airport to the hotel. That saved me, like not money wise. I don't care about the money wise. It saved me as far as just I was in so much pain that day, and just having that one little nicety. And then they took care of the luggage. They brought it up to the room and helped us out, and we had an area to wait. And it was just like it was that one thing, that one
They're
little
great guys.
thing
I
made
mean,
everything.
they're wonderful guys. They're so
Yeah,
friendly.
yeah.
So I do have a get together with them on Friday. I'm meeting Tal, and we're going to get me set up on Anchor.
And then you're going to show me what you do
Okay.
because I don't have a meeting with them, but I wanted to. I knew that you would get it, and I didn't have time to get it. But yeah, you can show me how to use it.
I mean, there's so much
Uh,
when I come back from a conference like that, I collapse.
Yeah,
I just feel today's Monday. I got back Thursday. I just feel now I'm coming out of my stupor. Because you
I know
go,
the
go,
same way.
go. Oh, and then one of my highlights was I was after Wednesday night when I had the $57 hamburger. We're coming out, and I see Alicia walking with Ted Callahan. And so I said, Alicia. She turns around. There's Ted. Ted, come meet my husband now. So Alicia said, oh, I have to go. And Ted goes, are you going to the QuickBooks Intuit Connect, which is their big party? Well, I wasn't going to go, but I said, oh, yeah, I'm going. Well,
Of
I'll walk you
course.
there. So Ted Callahan walked me to the Connect Fest. So that was great. I'm thinking, man, I got 10 minutes alone with Ted Callahan. I mean, how lucky am I? So he walked me over there, and was at the Cosmopolitan next door, and went there. And I tell you what, you had to go frisk, and they frisked you. They looked at through your bags. I had an Intuit cookie in my backpack. They took my cookie, and they said, "Oh, you can't take the cookie. It's a cookie. Can't take the cookie." Oh my gosh! So they took my cookie. So, and then they had drinks, and the band was loud there too. But so I made the round, and then I left. I didn't have a bad case. I didn't want to have a bad case of FOMO. Fear of
Yeah,
missing.
it didn't bother me that I didn't go.
So I went, came home.
I was I wasn't gonna walk over there. I'm like,
Then
I've already walked over
I
there.
saw Greg Boston, so I went and hung out with him for a little while. He's always one of my favorites. You know, he's my conference husband.
We did. If you watch our very first video from Intuit Connect, you will see that it is recorded upside
So
down. Ted Callahan is on that video.
it's on that. So, but we did that one upside down. So anyway,
Yeah, it is our most watched video of all time. We got like 20 something videos. That's our most watched one. We're going to hit 100 views on that one very soon.
we almost met our goal. We have how many subscribers do we have now? We
We
want
have 177, I believe.
we're so close
So,
to 200.
yeah, so now our new goal is 1,000 by scaling new heights.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's our reach goal. 1,000 by scaling new heights.
So yeah,
So
everybody, I'm telling everybody. Donna made up
yeah,
these great little cards that had the QR code on it.
yep.
So it's so funny. She handed the card to somebody to scan the code. No, can't keep the card.
Yeah, I pulled those cards. We
Do it
lost
right
a
now.
few.
I'm watching you.
We lost a few along the way. That's why I made like so many.
Yeah.
I made like 40 of them because I'm like, we're gonna lose them along the way.
But everybody was so supportive and excited
Mhm.
about what we were doing, and that was fun. And then we got now I got my own T-shirt now.
Finally got a T-shirt, and only one other person has this T-shirt.
Who's the
Kenny from
Kenny
Keeper.
Keeper? Kenny from
Yeah,
Keeper.
He got one. I
Yeah.
had an extra one, so I took it down to him.
Yeah, we saw the keeper booth. I mean, saw Kenny and Ben and I don't know. It's just it's like a family reunion when I go back there. See all my friends, and then go to classes. Like I went to Monique Swanson's class, which was great, and she did a great job. And they really had a lot of people, big rooms.
Hmm.
And you went to Carlos's class on
I went. Yeah, I went to Carlos's class on the say why we oh, what's the name of it? Exactly what to say.
exactly what to say. It's
And
funny.
then I
I never remember how to talk the class, but it's exactly what to say.
I know. And the book's right here, that's why. And then I went to Nancy
McClellan's class, yeah.
McCall. Yeah, I went to hers, which was on reasonable comp. I lasted about 30 minutes. I don't last long in those things before I start to nod off.
Well, Nancy's
And
going to be our guest. It's going to be she volunteered.
yeah.
She is so gracious to be one of our guests soon. I'm talking
So
about.
we lined up, yeah, we're lining up a bunch of guests. So a lot of people were interested. The Intuit people are definitely going to be coming on. We're lining them up too. So we're going to have a bunch of guests over the next few months coming in from Intuit to vendors to fellow bookkeepers and accountants. All kinds of people have like want to come on and just talk about what they do and whatever. We're good.
Yeah,
So that will be fun. Yeah, so we have a lot going on.
a lot going on, and of course the end of the year's coming up. That's always like fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna get some things done. The
Get
end
ready
of the
for
year.
January.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. Well,
Oh,
we're talking about
yeah.
27 minutes now. So, anything
All
else you
right.
want to talk about?
Hold on. Let me just see if
I
there's
want to
anything
thank
else
Beth
in
and
the
Beth
chat.
for coming up. Thank you so
Oh,
much for coming.
yeah. So Beth Ann, yes, post your picture of the Halloween
Board.
charcuterie board. Post it in Buds. Beth Ann's a fellow Bud. So go ahead and post that in there. Would love to see it. So thank you guys for joining us today. And I think there's some other Ninja Watchers in here.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
And
find out
those,
there's some secret watchers, so which is great.
yeah, that's all right. Ninja Watchers are great. Feel free to put comments in afterwards or have questions or anything. We'll be coming on Thursday, and we may or may not have a guest. It'll be a surprise to us too.
Yeah.
Usually these are. I
Yeah.
think we have a better platform now for streaming. So hopefully this will look a lot better as I start to make changes on it. And you guys have a great week.
Yep. We will see you soon. Thanks for joining us.